Dear students, now we are going to learn one application of integration, that is how can we find the areas bounded by the curves. This is one of the application of integration in daily life where we use the concept of integration. Now in this, consider the region S that lies between the two curves. Here the two curves are given to us, y equal to fx and y equal to gx, and also the two vertical lines, x equals to a and y is equals to b. If we plot the curve of these two curves on graph paper, so what type of curve we have here? This is the curve y is equals to fx, and this is the curve representing y equal to gx, and these are the two vertical lines. Now we have to find out the area lies between these two curves bounded by the two vertical lines. Now how can we find the area of this shaded portion? So we can find the area of this shaded portion by the use of integration. So this is one of the most important application of integration, that is to find the area bounded by the curves. So next, how can we find the area? So first of all, we have to divide the curve in rectangular strips. Here is one rectangular strip. So can we find the area of this rectangular strip? Yes, we can find, because it is a rectangle of width delta x. The width of this rectangle is delta x, and what is the length of this rectangle? It is y. So what is the area of this rectangular strip? That is y, and delta x means for it is very small change, that is dx. So area of rectangle strip is y dx. Now we can divide this whole region into multiple rectangular strips. So if we able to find the area of these rectangular strips, then we can also find the area bounded by these curves. So how can we find the area? So next, see, suppose here the two curves, y equal to fx and y equal to gx, and these are the two vertical lines. So how can we find the area? By using this. Now what is this? Now see what is this. Here the length of this rectangle up to this x-axis, it is fx, and it is gx. But why we have taken this negative? Because it below the x-axis. So below the x-axis gives it negative sign. So what is the total length? Fx of plus and gx of minus. So the total length y is now become fx minus of gx, and this is dx. Now this is the area of one rectangular strip, and we have to find out the area of these multiple rectangular strips. It means we have to integrate one rectangular strip from limit a to b, That's why the area of this shaded portion is now become area integration of fx minus gx with respect to x within the limit a to b. By using this concept, we can find the area of curve bounded by. Now next, take another example. Let's take another example of the same. We have taken a curve y equal to x square plus 1. This is one of the curve, and here one is the line y equal to x, and these are the two vertical lines, x equal to 0 and x equal to 1. Now first of all, we have to plot the curve of this y equal to x square plus 1. Now what is the curve of y equal to x square plus 1? So this is y square x square plus 1 because it represents a parabolic shape. It is parabolic shape. So it is parabolic shape. And what is y equal to x? It is a straight line. It is y equal to x. It is y equal to x. Now what is x equal to 0? This is the x axis. Y axis is x equal to 0 and this is x equals to 1. Now we have to find out this shaded portion. It means this is the area bounded by one parabola, one straight line and the two vertical lines. So we can find out the area of this shaded portion again by using the concept of definite integration. So how can we find the area? Again in the simple way, take a rectangular strip on this region. So what is the area of this vertical or this rectangular strip? Again the width of this rectangular strip is delta x, and what is the length of this rectangular strip? What is the length? Let it be y. Let it be y. So how can you find this y? It is very simple. It is the parabolic curve. Let it be y2, and the length of this portion, let it be y1. So how can you find y? So y now become y2 minus y1. Now what is y2? y2 is the y from parabolic curve. From parabolic curve. Now what is y1? y1 is y equal to x. So we will get y from a line y equal to x. Now by using the concept, how can you find the shaded portion? So shaded portion, that is y is equals to, now become y dx, and we have to integrate it within the limit x equal to 0 to x equals to 1. So we have to apply here the limit 0 to 1. Now what is y? Y is y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1. So it is integration of 0 to 1 y2 minus y1 dx. Now what is y2? y2 is from from parabola, that is y is equals to x square plus 1. From y is equals to x square plus 1, we will get the value of y2, and this y1, we will get the value of y1 from the line that is y equal to x, y equal to x. So therefore by putting the value of y2 and y1, we will get, now to find the area of this area bounded by the curves, we have the integration of y2 minus y1 and the integration of this within the limit 0 to 1. Now after putting the value of y2 and y1, what we will get? We will get now what is the value of y2? y2 is x square plus 1. So we put x square plus 1 in place of y2. Now what is the value of y1? y1, we have the value of y1 from this line, that is y equal to x. So we put x in place of y1. Now we have to integrate this function within the limit 0 to 1. Now after integration, let's see, x square plus 1 minus x. So on simplification of this, we will get x square minus x plus 1. Now integration of x square minus x plus 1 is, integration of x square is x cube plus 3, integration of x, it is x square upon 2, integration of 1, it is x, and now limits are 0 to 1. So we put limit from 0 to 1. Now after putting here the values by using the net change theorem in integration, that is, first of all we have to put value of x in this function, then subtracting again the putting the value x equal to 0 in the same function. So what we will get this. Here after putting x equals to 1, we will get 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 2 and then 1 and minus. Now put x equal to 0 here in this function, so 0 upon 3, then minus 0 upon 2, then plus 0. Now on simplification of this, what will you get? On simplification of this, you will get yes, so on simplification of this fraction, we will get 5 upon 6. So it means this 5 upon 6 is square unit. Now this is the area 5 upon 6 of this area bounded by the curves given in the question. This is parabola which we have drawn, and this is the line. This also we have drawn here, and these are the two vertical lines, x equal to 0 and x equal to 1. So this is the area bounded by the curves, and the area of this region is 5 upon 6. Now let's take one more example to clear the things, that is, find out the area of the region bounded by the curves y equal to sin x, y equal to cos x, x equals to 0 and x equals to pi by 2. Now find out the area bounded by these two curves and two lines. So how can we find this? So first of all we have to plot the curve. This is the curve of y equal to cos x, and this is y equal to sin x, and the area bounded by these two curves from x equal to 0 to x equals to 5 is this one. Now how can we find the area of this region? So what is the area required? The area required is a1 plus a2, a1 plus a2. This is the area required, a1 plus a2. Now how can we find the a1 plus a2? Now first of all, to find this a1, again we have to consider a strip. We have to consider a strip in this shaded portion. This is a rectangular strip. Now what is the area of this rectangular strip? It is very simple. Let it be y, and the width is dx. So length of this strip is y dx. In the similar way, if we want to find out the area of this, so again we have to consider a rectangular strip in this portion, and again the width of this rectangle is dx and this is y. So area of this rectangular strip is y dx, and area of this rectangular strip is again y dx. Now what is y? A simple, what is y? Y is, we can have the value of y, that is y2 minus this is y1. So how can we find the value of y? Y is y2 minus y1. Now what is y2 and what is y1? y2 is y equal to cos x, and what is y1? y1 is y equal to sin x. So therefore the area of shaded portion, that is a1 plus a2, is now get the shape of, that is a1 means y2 minus y1, and what is y2? y2 is cos x. Now what is y1? y1 is sin x. So therefore here the area of this rectangular strip is y2 minus y1, that is cos x minus sin x. And now for area A2. For A2 again, here we have to find out the area of this rectangular strip, that is y dx. And to get the value of y, again here it is y2 minus y1. For this, what is the value of y2? y2 is sin x, and the y1, this y1 is now cos x. Now to find the A2, this is sin x minus cos x. It is sin x minus cos x. And the limit what we have to use? Limits from pi by 4 to pi by 2. This is pi by 4 to pi by 2. Now how can we integrate this? So integration of cos x is sin x, integration of sin x, that is minus of cos x. In the similar way, again the integration of sin x is cos x, and the integration of cos x, here it is sin x. And limits are 0 to pi by 4 and pi by 4 to pi by 2. Now after putting the values, see, first of all put pi by 4 in place of x, then minus put x equal to 0. Again in the similar way, here put x equals to pi by 2 in place of x, minus put x equals to pi by 4. Then subtracting these, we will have the values this. And again after simplifying, we will get the 2 root 2 minus 2. This is the required area of the shaded portion. Yes, now here we have learned how to use the concept of integration in finding the area of region bounded by the given curves. Thank you.